5 minutes remaining for markets to close. Markets not looking that great. Nifty is at the day's lowest point, 8,188. Ruchit Jain is now joining us live. Ruchit, you had mentioned earlier that markets can go to the levels of 8,250. That's exactly today's high, and then you would look at 8,400. But now that it's fallen off from there, what are the levels you'll watch on the downside?
Good afternoon, Pankaj. Pankaj, overall one needs to take into consideration the daily as well as weekly charts patterns formation. Well, on the weekly chart, last time we had mentioned that there's a formation of a reversal pattern which should lead to a pullback rally. That reversal pattern is still intact, which indicates that the downside definitely would be limited on any kind of corrective move, whereas 80 to 50, which is 50% retracement of the recent corrective move, remains a resistance. So we are not expecting any major momentum to pick up in the index in next 2 to 3 trading sessions. Probably 8080 on the lower side would be crucial support and 80 to 50 would be resistance. So we might see some sort of consolidation now in this range of 8080 to 8250. Once 8250 is broken out, then I think this probably this momentum again should get continued up to levels of 8400 as we had mentioned last time. So I'm looking for a breakout about 80 to 50, which is today's high now, to again get this bullish momentum continued.
Right. Bank Nifty is looking better than Nifty now?
This Bank Nifty has relatively underperformed in last couple of weeks compared to Nifty. So probably even in today's trading session we had seen that the correction is more into the heavyweight banking sector rather than other stocks getting down. So I don't think this Bank Nifty would outperform Nifty as of now. So in case if anyone wants to take a view on the index, and probably one should avoid trading in Bank Nifty, we can see other sectors such as pharma and IT showing some strength which could lead to outperformance in the Nifty index. So Bank Nifty may not outperform the Nifty, but other indexes relatively such as pharma and IT could show some sort of outperformance.
Right. And for those, what will be your top picks in pharma and IT, or any other top picks that you have?
Amongst the pharma names, we are looking to go long on Biocon. We have suggested the stock in any kind of minor dips, if comes around 905, 910, that could be used as a buying opportunity. In this, if you observe the weekly and the monthly charts, then the trend definitely remains up. Now, during this recent correction of last 1 month, 20 days exponential moving average was acting as a resistance, which had given a breakout. The prices have given a breakout of that resistance average in day before yesterday. Even the volumes in last couple of days have been good, which indicates that the stock may have resumed its broader degree uptrend. So one can expect a target of around 980 to 990 in next 2 to 3 weeks of time frame. So any corrective dips should be used as a buying opportunity in Biocon. Apart from that, even Sun Pharma from very short-term trading looks quite positive. We have seen 770 was a crucial resistance for Sun Pharma since last 2 to 3 months, and once this resistance has been broken out, even today in such a market where other stocks are falling, we can see some good outperformance. So we can see another 5 to 6% up move in Sun Pharma up to 740, 750 levels. So amongst the pharma names, these two stocks could be seen, and amongst the IT names, TCS and Hexaware are the two stocks which are showing good positive momentum. After an up move, TCS has consolidated for last 4 to 5 trading sessions. We could see another leg of up move of 4 to 5% in TCS, and even Hexaware, the up move has been led by very good volume. So even this stock could outperform.
Right. Ruchit, just request you to stay on about 90 seconds or rather 100 seconds remaining for markets to shut at the day's low, 8,191, and Sensex is down about 96 odd point. Nifty Bank is down about 1%, so that's also down. It was among the few movers on the higher side yesterday. Idea 5% down, Tata Motors down 2.5%, Hindalco is down about 2%, and Axis Bank is down about 1% or so. Bharti Airtel 1.5% decline, Power Grid down about 4%, 184. Bank of Baroda down about 1%, ITC up about 0.4%. Tata Power down about 1.6%, GAIL was up 3%, it was among the top gainers. Bharti Infratel 2%, 2.5% rather in terms of gains, 8 to 384. I think the day's high was 395, so it's 10 rupees of the day's high. Reliance 0.5% higher, 995, but again the way to look at it is in the morning it was 1010 and now it's 995. HDFC Limited 0.5% higher, Z Entertainment 0.7% higher, Tech Mahindra down about 2%, Yes Bank down about 1.4%. Adani Ports down about 1% and Coal India down about 0.5. Asian Paints down about 3%, L&T down about 0.25%, Ambuja Cement down 2%, HCL Tech flat with a positive bias. Aurobindo Pharma for 743, 744, Maruti was up 0.7, Kotak Mahindra Bank down about 1.5 and HDFC Bank down about 0.5%. IndusInd Bank 0.6% down 1080, Grasim Cipla on the higher side, Tata Motors DVR down about 1.8 and Lupin up about 0.5%. HUL 0.36% higher, 847 and Wipro down about 0.7, 468. Hero MotoCorp is up about 2%, 3,232. Idea is the top loser, down 5%, maybe because of what's coming from Reliance Jio and the announcement over there. I think Bharti would also be a part of the top losing list. Let's just look at Bharti as well. So Idea down about 5%, 73, 74 for Idea. Bharti is down about 1.65. I think these would be one of the top two losers. Reliance, of course, was up about 0.65, but again, it was off the day's high. You know, such promotional activities need a lot of money. Reliance does not have any problem of that, but still, you know, that is something that Street would be worried about. Some of the other names that were losing out. So Arcom was also down about 5%. In terms of Nifty loser, Power Grid was down 4%. That was a big loss, 184 for Power Grid. Asian Paints was down close to 3%, 940 rupees for Asian Paints. We spoke to G. Chokalingam. He says that still Asian Paints seem to be expensive. Hindalco was down 2.3, Tata Motors was down 2.3 and ICICI Bank was down about 2.5%. These are momentum names. Some of them like Tata Motors had some news flow as well. BPCL was down 2, M&M was down 2, Tata Power was down about 1.8. Ambuja Cement, Tech Mahindra, Tata Motors, DVR, some of the other losers. Marginal losers though, till the 230 factor, then did see some losses coming in. Eicher Motors on the back of strong RE sales or Royal Enfield sales, 3% higher, 22,300 for Royal Enfield. Gale was up close to about 3% 437. Bharti Infratel 2.5% higher, 384. And Hero MotoCorp was up around 2%, 3,232. So Auto was doing well. Eicher was among the top gainers. Hero did well. Bajaj Auto did well. Maybe the numbers were not as bad as what the street was expecting, but this is the first month. There could be some advance booking that had been done, and probably you saw delivery of those cars being taken. In terms of broader markets, a whole host of stocks again. Syngene 607, 3.6% higher. Tata Elxsi was up about 2%. Engineers India did well, up 2.5%. But most of them actually, gave up their gains as we went into the trading session. Gujarat State Petronet down 5.7. It was among the top losers. Let's pull up GSPL. Results came out yesterday. Today, there was a crack. HPCL down 5%. M&M was down, M&M Finance rather. M&M Finance, not Mahindra and Mahindra. Mahindra and Mahindra Finance was down close to 5%. That's HPCL, 6.7 million shares traded. M&M Finance down about 5%. Idea was down. Power Grid, Shree Cement, all were among the losers. Ruchit is still with us. Ruchit, any view on HPCL?
In the longer time frame chart does not indicate any trend reversal over here, but definitely on short term charts we have seen that today's gap down opening has seen a good follow up momentum on the downside. So we may see some more correction in near term up to 420, 425 range. The stock could correct, but definitely it doesn't seem to be a major trend reversal. It could be just a corrective move within an uptrend.
Right. M&M Finance.
M&M Finance, the short-term outlook definitely remains negative till the stock is trading below 310. Pankaj, a very simple strategy in whenever the stock is in a trended move is to see the short-term and the medium-term moving averages. Now, if we compare the 5 days and 20 days exponential moving averages on the daily charts on M&M Finance, then entire month of November when the stock is corrected, the short-term average was below the medium-term moving average. Even right now, after this recent pullback move, we have not seen any positive crossover of that averages, and in fact, in today and yesterday, prices have resisted around the 20 days exponential moving average. So 303, 305 is a crucial resistance for the stock. Unless that is getting crossed, we are not expecting any. We may not see any major positive momentum in this stock.
Right. In terms of Idea and Bharti, maybe even Arcom if you track.
Idea comparatively looks, Idea and Arcom both comparatively looks much weak. Idea, although we have seen a good pullback move in percentage terms in last couple of weeks, but that was mainly due to the oversold momentum readings on the daily as well as weekly charts. But after this pullback, definitely the oversold momentum readings have been relieved. So we may see again those lows getting breached. So I think this 70, 69, whatever low was recently made, there are chances that that low would be breached. Arcom definitely 1.5 months back earlier itself the stock has breached its crucial support levels of 45, 46 and have not shown any kind of resumption of the up move. So comparatively, Bharti may stay in a sideways range. We are not expecting any major correction in a Bharti, but comparatively Idea and Arcom both looks much weak.
Right. You know, you look at the cash market names as well. Balakrishna Industry went up 20%. You know, it's not a small name which can just go up 20%. It needs some, substantial buying to take it 20% higher, and it was up 8% yesterday as well. Any view on that name?
Usually it's a low volume stock. On a day-to-day basis, we generally don't see very high volumes in the stock, and that's the reason, even 1 or 2 days of good volume can lead to a significant moves on either side in such counters. Now the broader degree trend for the stock was up, and in its recent correction the stock has taken support around 89 EMA, and in the last couple of days we have seen good volumes coming in again in the stock. But if we just leave the last 2 days of volume, then definitely it's a low volume counter. After this recent up move, these may not be the good levels to enter in again, because the risk reward ratio over here definitely will not be that favorable for going long at current levels. Price wise, yes, if this previous high of 1200 is getting crossed, then we may see some reciprocal retracement getting extended to 1270, 1280 in this stock, but not a stock where I would recommend to enter at current levels just because the risk reward ratio is not favorable. Any dips, if you get the stock around 1050, 1080, those would be prudently good levels to enter again into the stock.
Ruchit, thank you so much for taking out time for us. A pleasure talking to you. Taking a break, back in 2 minutes. 31 points down for the Nifty. This is the adjusted close. Closing at the day's low, bulls were slightly on the backside today.